Hey, good morning. This is the Big JB Tuesday morning. Here I am at the office. I was listening to a new audiobook because I finished the one by Sherry Priest called Clementine, which I definitely recommend. Read by two people who do a really good job with the voice characterizations and everything else. So I really like it. It was very good. So I'm listening to a new audiobook called Wild at Heart, narrated by the author. It's a book about basically being a man from a biblical and Christian perspective. It's a very good book. I've read it before and I really like it, and it says a lot of things that I really like. The one thing, though, that I don't know that it frustrates me, but I feel a little about is this. He starts off with the idea of adventure, and that men love adventure, and that men love the wilderness, which is, it seems like it's typically true. Of course, there are men in our society that don't. There are homebodies, guys who would rather stay at home and rather be, I don't know. I'm not going to go so far. I wouldn't call them wimps, because I don't think that that's true. They're just wired differently, and that's fine. But I think in the heart of every man is this desire for adventure. For example, my love of World of Warcraft, my love of Star Wars, the Old Republic, this adventure, it's excitement, it's battle, it's combat. And I think that men are wired that way, that we want something to overcome. We want something to hunt. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're looking to go to war or that we need to go actually hunt animals. There's just part of us that's wired for that kind of pursuit. And so whether that's, chasing down, an adventure, going hiking, or whatever it is, I think that men are built that way. But the reason why it makes me feel kind of is, the word that we use in church is convicted. And that basically means in your heart you feel like you know that you've done something wrong or that you need to change. Different than guilt. So those of you who are mostly familiar with church concepts based on mainline religions or mainstream religions like Catholicism or Episcopalian or other Orthodox churches, it's not the same thing as guilt. Conviction moves you to take action. It moves you to make a decision. Guilt tends to immobilize you and make you feel like you need to retreat or withdraw or not do something. Conviction makes you go, oh man, I should be doing that and I'm not. And one of those things has to do with my son. My son is, a preteen. He is definitely a geek, which I'm very proud of. But the problem is that he's also definitely an indoors kind of person. And I feel like I haven't done a good job of introducing him to the excitement of being outdoors. Those, riding your bike, through, the woods or whatever. And so part of me feels a little bit sad about that I could have done better. And it's obviously, I have a lot of time left. If my son's a preteen, there's a lot of time left. But it's something that I just kind of feel like this morning I want to change. And I think that I need to figure out ways of doing that that are not going to be too uncomfortable. He's a kid who loves adventure. He absolutely does. He loves games where you're fighting, where you're battling, you're adventuring, you're exploring. He loves that kind of stuff. And so I think I can take that and sort of show him that that's possible to do in your life, even if it's on a basic level, even if it's hiking and taking paths that you've never done before. So I'm interested in seeing when I can do that. The problem is it's very cold right now, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to go outside and myself last for very long. So so I'll give it a little update on that and see how it goes. I hope everybody has an awesome day. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing. This has been the Big JB. You can find me on Twitter at VoiceOfTheBigJB. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Bye.